I'm still sick, forgive me. My nose is still cut. This is immediately after recording my last video, so nothing's different. You've got the power of Zeus in the palm of your hand, and Hebe on your head. Now let's put the speed freak on your desk. The Hermes E2 10-keyless keyboard is meant to be a minimalistic device, being light, portable, durable, and fast, as the name would imply. The keyboard punches in at 0.675 kilograms, and it's fairly portable at 370 by 140 by 30 millimeters. Durability comes from the metal faceplate built into the top of the board, where you'll see some Hermes E2 branding in white. Unfortunately, I can't give you a quantitative answer regarding speed. The board uses a 1000 Hz polling rate and blue Gamdias certified mechanical switches. All I know is that they'll take a beating of up to 50 million keystrokes, but that's about it. I can, however, tell you how they sound. Good. So let's check out the rest of Hermes' package. Wow, I probably could have worded that better. The board has a thin 1.5 meter rubber cable, no braided socks with these sandals, and 5 rubber feet along the bottom, 3 up front and 2 on the fold-out legs. You have access to media controls on some of the function keys starting on F2, with function and F4 swapping your flying sandals, turning WASD into the arrow keys and vice versa. And function plus F11 locking all of your keys. I'm not certain why you'd ever need that, but it's there, along with a function to lock the Windows key for gaming mode. As for lighting, Hermes wears this assortment of colors with pride. But unfortunately, they're locked here and you've only got access to solid, off, and breathing with speed and brightness adjustment. As for usage, it was a different experience. The board sports full key rollover, so no concerns face rolling there. The switches feel lighter than most other blue switches I've used, and the actuation feels pretty good, but without fancy measuring tools, I can't say that with absolute certainty. They feel nice and tactile as a blue switch should, so there are no complaints in that department, and I don't recall any issues with misfires or double taps, though I did notice some keys didn't always register. I take that with a grain of salt because I noticed this when I first started playing with the keyboard. Now that I've had time to adjust, it doesn't seem to be so frequent, which is great. A keyboard sporting the same name as the messenger of the gods had better not drop the ball there. The keycaps feel really nice and look to be of high quality, so they should last you a fairly long time. I personally like the font. It's a bit bold, but not too obnoxious. An initial concern of mine was whether or not the sandals of Hermes would be sufficient enough to keep him in place. There are 5 rubber feet, but the 2 fold-out ones don't make contact with your desk when they're retracted. Given the board's light weight, I was expecting some slippage, but man, he told me, no problems there. There are problems elsewhere though, biggest one being the lighting. Now I don't necessarily have a problem with the way it's implemented. It's not my favorite, but I prefer a single static color over this layered look. I do start to get concerned where there's a disconnect between the marketing and the design teams though. If you check out Gamdias' site, they say the Hermes E2 gives you your choice of multicolor per key backlighting with neon light spectrum for up to 7 colors. The customizable backlighting lets you choose your color to match your system or your style. This board does almost none of that. There is multicolor backlighting, but it's not what I would consider per key. Per key backlighting is when you can adjust each key individually. The colors here are locked to each row. It's not all that customizable unless you count off and breathing, but I don't really think this color scheme matches anything that's not a bag of Skittles. There's really no spectrum like how you'd imagine an RGB spectrum to look, and there aren't 7 colors. I'm not trying to be petty about being shorted a color, I'm just kind of offended that no one checked that. It even says it on the keyboard. Like, right there. And since it's a driverless plug-and-play keyboard, I doubt any software will be fixing that anytime ever. When you're marketing a product, accuracy is key. Actually, wait a minute. Did they do that on purpose? Small rant aside, the lighting isn't completely even across some of the keys, like insert, delete, page up, and page down. But I definitely prefer this to not lighting those secondary functions at all. If you don't like the lighting and you want to turn it off, the keys are still fairly visible, but the Windows key is pretty consistently rebellious. With all the lights off, the Windows key will persist in red, and when you enable breathing mode, the Windows key seems to stay off rhythm with the rest of the board. Though it is a bit helpful in the sense that it will blink if you reach the highest or lowest setting of speed or brightness. The last thing I'd like to mention, and this isn't necessarily a bad thing, the Windows key on the left has been replaced with the function key. As someone who uses the Windows key fairly often, it was really weird to get used to. That being said, this is a good keyboard. It feels nice to type on, and despite being new to the switches, they feel pretty satisfying. The board feels sturdy, and Hermes makes for a good traveling buddy. A fairly expensive traveling buddy. The least expensive mechanical keyboards I've ever used sit at around $30 and are still fairly well built, but don't feel quite as good as this one does. Though, they do support similar features like backlighting, full key rollover, media controls, and a Windows lock function. Positioning this to around $5 to $10 more, I can see as acceptable. After all, better shipping services cost more money, so it makes sense. However, at $56 on Amazon, I'm not entirely certain getting my message across is worth almost twice the price. With the Hermes E2 being priced as it is, I can't necessarily say I recommend it. If Hermes would be willing to lower his postal rates, this can become a significantly more compelling buy. So that's all I have to say about that. Like, dislike, comment, subscribe, share, leave me questions if you've got them. Thanks for watching. My name is Steven and I am still a little sick. Bye bye. A little dim. I mean a little dim. You've got the power of Zeus in the palm of your hand, and he be on your head. The way I said that sounded weird for some reason. The board has a thin 1.5 meter rubber cable and function plus F11. There are 5 rubber feet, but the 2 fold out ones don't make contact with your disc. Good, no problems there. Whoops, I hit something. Power supply cables. If you check out Gamdias, let's do this really real. I don't think what I said was English. There's really no spectrum like how you'd imagine an RGB.